how good is Misha with extremely minimal investment? Well, we're about to find out because he has no trace balls invested into him. His ult is level 10, his skills level I think 6 or something, and I didn't bother leveling his talent, right? So he has no effect hit rate, no extra crit damage. He's a bare bones Misha. So we are going to get our ice res down with Pela here. We're going to let it hit us, then we're going to pop our Pela ult. That way we get a little bit of energy if the Ascended Shadow does decide to hit Pela, right? But more importantly, now the resolution debuff is still on the Ascended Shadow, right? Because we applied it on its turn, right? So now we are going to get our damage boost applied to Misha because of her light cone. Pair that with obviously the res pen and the defense shred because I do have Ranmei E1, right? So now we are going to use Bronya's ult, right? Gain that crit damage, gain that attack, and thanks to Misha's E1, this is going to be an 11 hit ult, and it does pretty much 500k, right? So that's a damn good ult. It would do more damage if we were able to apply the defense shred on the first couple hits, but unfortunately, because we just have no effect hit rate, we kind of just have to deal with hopefully getting lucky and managing to hit our defense shred at some point within the 10, right? Perfect. So, since Misha does have his ult now, we don't want to pop it yet because we do want to get the defense shred from Pela first. Once Pela is able to apply the defense shred to the deer, then we're actually able to whittle down the toughness a little bit more with Ranmei. Now it's the perfect time to use Misha's ult because this is before it spawns its little tree sprouts, and we're able to break it. So now it doesn't spawn it, right? We're able to take out the first wave, or the first bar, right? Its first phase. Now with our broom, and this is a very, very good situation because now we still have Pela to apply all of our defense shred and also more importantly bring down the toughness bar of the deer on this side, right? That's why we wanted Misha to die or to kill it right there, and now we are going to apply that defense shred to all of the sprouts. Because if for some reason we do get unlucky and our bounces do hit the side guys and don't kill it, then that's when this run doesn't work, right? So now that skill is going to apply the extra ice res down. Perfect. Its toughness bar is pretty much half now. And now, thanks to Bronya once more, we're going to get a nice juicy buff here. And the blast will come first. Even if we had the ult up, we want to blast first. That way we deal a little bit of damage to those adjacent guys because that's guaranteed damage, right? To the adjacent enemies. So now when we pop our ult, this is going to be a 13 hit ult, and hopefully, right, we're able to kill the side guys relatively quick, so that way the majority of our bounces can hit the deer. And thanks to its toughness bar being so low, it only takes a couple of hits to take out its toughness bar. Pair that with a break damage that Ranmei gives you extra, and it's like a 440 ult, and now it's all dead. Perfect. So, Misha is 87 over 154. The crit rate from Imbibitor's Light Cone is the only real reason why I'm using it. You can actually get away with using one basic in your rotation because the energy regen that you gain will actually make up for the fact that you're obviously losing 10 energy from not using your skill, right? So it does actually have an interesting synergy there, and it does work, but I only use it just because I wanted higher crit rate. The damage is better with other light cones, right? I literally just picked this light cone honestly because of the crit rate. I just really needed the crit rate so I didn't have to worry about resetting this run a whole bunch of times. Perfect. So he is at that he does have that 6 extra speed stat, right? Mainly just because he is so slow that he will actually not even get a turn if you're using a hyperspeed Bronya, so you do need just a couple of speed stats. And he is at 7.7% effect hit rate. You know, shit, doesn't really matter though, because, I mean, it does matter, actually, because he has no investment, right? I only leveled his ult, leveled his skill a couple times, right? And didn't bother doing either of the traces that either need, that need the balls, right? Because I'm not gonna, the effect hit rate probably is better than the crit damage, although pair him with a Pela for some extra effect hit rate. And in this case, the MOC buff really does carry because we do get that effect res down as one of the debuffs if you can get it. And that is a massive like buff for Misha just because then you can apply your defense shred easier, right? Because then you're going to have that 24% base chance, but then you're going to, you know, not have to suffer because you have no effect hit rate, right? Perfect. So it's on the Quantum set. The reason why it's on the Quantum set versus another set is just because we have so much defense shred in our team that getting that final 10% defense shred is extremely valuable to hit 100, right? Because we're at a 40 with Pela, 56 with Resolution, pair that with Ron May's E1, that puts us at 76, right? And then with Misha, if we do manage to get that 16% def shred on his E2, that puts us to 92, right? So then all we need is that remaining 8%, and the 10% from Genius covers that, and perfect. And if for some reason we are not able to hit the defense shred from Misha's E2, then the fact that the deer is quantum weak, I believe, means that the 20% defense shred comes in handy, and also if it doesn't, the MOC buff might add it like 6% just to make us hit 100. So for that reason, we do just want to make sure we can cap out our defense shred at 100. Although we technically might even get diminishing returns at some point. Not diminishing returns, but if we're already hitting 100 defense, then this could be a different set that actually increases his damage versus just decreasing more defense, right? Perfect is on the attack boot. Now he's on the attack orb because we have so much damage thanks to Branya's light cone, Ron May's light cone, Ron May, right? It makes it so we are actually lacking a little bit in attack percent. And because my subs are just so much better in this attack orb than my ice orb, I did opt for attack orb. Perfect. And is on Rutulin just because of the substats, right? I don't have any good South Soto or Firmament or anything, right? So perfect. Now, as for Ron May, she is at 192 break effect with 132 speed, so she only goes once per cycle, so we don't have to worry about nothing. I do actually wonder if this is on an ERR rope. If it is an energy regen rope, you could change it to a... Yeah, it is. You don't need the energy regen because we don't use Rome's ult more than once, so that could honestly just be a break effect rope, and then you're going to get more damage. So perfect. 70% effect hit rate means our resolution will apply consistently. Perfect. And Pela's just on some random pieces. You could put her on something that actually makes a difference, but whatever. And I actually didn't even check if the effect hit rate did make heal active. That could have been a mistake, but whatever. Yeah. So, Branya is hyper speed, perfect on some random relics, but that's all you need to get your 3 actions, and that's it, right? So when it comes to a character like Misha, who wants to get the ult up consistently, a character like Ting Yun actually does make you kind of suffer just slightly, because if you get your ult too soon before you're able to actually build up the hits, then, you know, it's not working as well. You're not going to get as many hits. But, or as damage, but if you use Branya to boost Misha to then get your energy that way, you're also going to be increasing the amount of hits per ult you get, right? Because you're using so many more skills, and you're also getting extra turns with Misha. So I do think that Ting Yun is not as good, and Branya definitely will be better for Misha. Even Sparkle will be better for Misha. But, that is the Misha 0 cycle. If you have any suggestions or ideas, please leave it in the comments. I will respond, and, like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Adios.